All right. And I believe we are live. Dan, are you there?
I am here.
Awesome. All right. This is the One Mic, One Game podcast call-in show. We do this the first and third Tuesday of every month. I'm going to be flashing the phone up there on the screen here in a moment. But this is a talk show where we come up with a topic, a specific topic. We ask you to call in, give your input. We're not asking for huge stories or anything, just a simple 3-minute to 5-minute convo on what we're dealing with. And today's topic is that one game you've played the most and why. I track my games in BG Stats, which is an app that is on all platforms or all mobile platforms. Dan, I'm sorry. I'm Mike.
I'm Dan. I track my games in my brain.
You track everything in your mind.
That's
okay,
right.
well, that's a good place to track them. You know, I don't trust my memory very much, though.
Well, I don't either. I just don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to kind of let you know, we're going to be going through just to keep content going. I've got my top 3 games that I've played most of all time. Dan is going to bring up his top 3 that he's played most, or at least the ones that he thinks he's played the most. And let me see, what else are we going to do? We're going to set the topic for next week. We'll also do that. We'll just kind of maybe mention some news. I didn't get anything this past week. Dan, did you get anything? I know you were on vacation.
Yeah, I was in New York, so no.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're going to skip the what did we get this week portion of it.
We can just do a general housekeeping, talk about, what's been going on with you.
Yeah, we'll hit that up at the end. So let's flash the number there on the screen. And I want to make sure that I can still hear myself. Hold on a second. Cool, we're working. All right, so the call-in number is 564-333-9433. Dan, you're kind of getting jiggly over there. What's going on?
Oh, look at me. I don't know.
Well, now you're good. You're good now.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Once again, call-in number is 564-333-9433. Dan, do you want to start or do you want me to go first?
I'll start.
All right, good. Are you going what you think you've played? Because we're probably going to mention 3, might have a couple of honorable mentions.
No, I know.
Maybe what we thought we played the most, but, when we really thought about it or looked at our stats, it wasn't. But you're going to go from like 3 to 1, 1 being your highest, most played?
Sure.
All right, let's do that then. Go for it.
I'm going to start with number 1.
Oh, okay.
And count down to 3. No one does that.
Sure. Why not?
Why not? Me and my wife, we always have a game that we like to play whenever we're like, hey, let's play a game and we can't make up our minds.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that we always seem to gravitate towards, and that's Cascadia. We play that all the time. It's everything from the different cards that can come up each time, since I have the expansion for it too. So there's a endless combination of different animals that you have to go for. Plus you're building your little habitat and you're competing against each other. So you got the little puzzly aspect of it. And then you can do a little bit of hate drafting here and there, which can be fun.
Yep.
But it's that whole series of games by who is that? Is that Flat Out Games or something like that?
Is that Flat Out Games?
I can't remember.
Question.
But yeah, like those cards right there that you're showing, the fact that there's like 10 or 12 different ones for each animal. So there's so many different combinations that come up with different ways to score points throughout it, that and building your land mass. And it's just something that we both really like. And this is the one game that we actually track in the app. And I don't track very many things, but we're competitive. So right now, I think we're tied like 8 wins to 8 wins. So
oh, nice. Okay.
Definitely get it played a lot.
Yeah, this is this. I mean, granted, I haven't played a lot of new what I would consider gateway games recently, but when this one came out, this was like, in my opinion, one of the best gateway games to introduce people to tabletop gaming. And the one reason that I always say I feel that way is because even if, well, one, it's easy to teach, and two, regardless of what you do, you're gonna score points at the end of the game somehow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in that way, it's not like, well, I guess I'll do this, and then you end up not getting anything at the end of the game. You're still creating something in front of you while you're playing this game. So,
and it's a good one where it doesn't take a whole lot of time between turns either. Even when you're playing with 3 or 4 people, you don't have to really plan too far ahead either, because it's kind of dynamic with people taking things and new stuff coming out of the bag. But I mean, you can kind of think about 3 of the 5 animals. You're like, okay, here's the 3 I really want to go for, and that's what you're grabbing: the land and the animal tokens.
Yep.
It makes it move pretty quick.
And then you have the and here's a perfect picture of it: the wheat salmon.
Wheat salmon, yes. The legendary wheat salmon. It's a cryptid.
I don't understand how the salmon can wind up in a wheat field, but the legendary, elusive wheat salmon is always a crowd pleaser.
I mean, every now and then you get a forest or a mountain salmon too. So, I mean, you get all kinds of crazy stuff.
This is true. Very true. All right. That's a good choice. Let's see here. 1 second. All right. So that was your number 1. This is the one that you think you've played the most?
Oh, I'm positive we've played that the most. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm going to go backwards. I do track my games. Now, granted, I think I started tracking maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I really got into gaming a few years before that. So those earlier games, I don't think they would make this list, but I'm not tracking those games. I don't have any history on those. But anyway, I'm going to start with number 3, my third most played game. And this one is Silver and Gold.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah. So Silver and Gold is kind of like a flip and fill type game, but you're actually writing on the cards themselves. This is another kind of gateway game, and I think this one gets played the most because it's more of a filler. You could easily get a full player count game taught and played within, I would say, 20 to 30 minutes, if that.
Oh, yeah.
This game is, you have a row of, let me see if I can get a better picture up here, but you have 4 maps that are kind of like in the purchase row, I guess you could say, and everybody has 2 maps always in front of them, and played over 4 rounds, and each round will have a set of cards with kind of like Tetris shapes on them, or Tetris-like shapes on them. And when that card is flipped up, you're going to take that shape. You can flip it, spin it however you want, mirror it, and you are going to fill in X's on the map in front of you. You must fill in all the spaces. Like, you can't exclude any of the squares that would be on that space. And once you fill in your map, then that goes off to the side. You have a point value there, and you would grab one of the maps from the middle. There's a few extra things in there, like if you cover up gold coins, that goes toward points at the end, as well as the trophies. So like every 4 gold coins, you would gain like the highest point value trophy. You have palm trees, and then you have like another mechanism where if you X over or red X, that would give you an additional X that you can put anywhere else on one of your 2 maps. So this one I've played, or at least I've tracked it 23 times. And this one is actually tied with my number 2. So I'm just going to go with that. Yeah. So anyway, Silver and Gold, Dan, I'm assuming you've played this before.
Oh yeah, this is one of the games that we actually kept out of that big collection we had. This is one we play quite a bit,
Yeah.
especially when it's just the two of us because it goes so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. What was I going to mention? Oh, they have another one out called Silver and Gold Pyramids, which I think adds a couple of mechanisms. It's never been, or at least I don't think it's been available in the US. I've tried getting it, and I only see it on the German Amazon website.
Terrible.
I know. I might have to import it and just get a copy that way and find some English rules, although I think it's language independent. Like there's no language required on any of the cards to play
Just go to Germany and grab a copy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would probably be a little cost effective, right? Why not?
Yeah, why not? While you're there, have a schnitzel.
I love schnitzel.
I know. Who doesn't? Well, vegetarians probably, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was my number 3. I know there's nobody in our chat. Oh, well. But if you're watching this later on after this has been filmed or recorded, streamed, whatever, give it a thumbs up if you like it, or give it a thumbs down. Just let us know why.
I'm going to give it a thumbs up right now. Oh, yeah. I did it. Nice.
Good. All right. I'm going to do that right now as well. Look at that. All right. That's how you do it, folks. All right, Dan. What is your number 2?
That's funny because it's actually on the screen right now, and it's Sagrada. Sagrada, yeah, we play that quite a bit. Not as much as Cascadia, but we do play Sagrada a lot. I mean, you get to roll dice like crazy. You're making cool little patterns on your little stained glass window. You got all these little rules to follow. You've played it before, right?
I have.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to place your dice in a particular pattern depending on which window you selected at the beginning of the game. Either you have to match a number or a color, and then there's public scoring cards where you're trying to do patterns on your window. You can't have the same color or the same number next to each other, so you got to put them down in a way that doesn't lock yourself out of scoring points.
Yeah, this is it's just one.
It's a fun one. Especially this is another one that's really easy to teach to people that haven't really dove into the board gaming hobby, real deep and like that, like a medium or a heavy type game. This is I would say on the very low side of medium or the very high side of light.
Yeah.
But the expansions make it a little more complicated. Plus, it adds additional players. Some of the expansions add your own dice pool, which we like using that one every now and then too. So this one gets played a lot because I like dice games anyway. So yeah, I get to roll 10 at a time. I mean, that's great.
Right. Yeah. No, this is a good one. It has good table presence as well. They're doing a re-release of this, or
yeah, I saw that. That's why I think it's on that home screen there, is because they're doing a reprint or a re-release or something.
Yeah, I don't know what. I haven't looked into it, but I don't know what they're changing or what they're adding. Do you know? What
no, I didn't even look into it. I can't think of anything. I got a couple expansions for it, and I don't really think it needs anything else. But who am I? I'm not running the company, so maybe they decided to change something.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I used to own this one. It just never hit the table. But yeah, no, this is a good one. The other thing about this one is, yes, it's easy to teach and, to play, but it can also get brain burny if you really want to get all the combinations or really hit maximum points.
We recently had our back years ago, we had a foreign exchange student come live with us, and he was with us for his last 2 years of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And he's already gone off to college and stuff. And he comes back every now and then, just hangs out with us. And he came back over the Christmas break instead of going back to China. He came and stayed with us for 10 days, and we taught him Cascadia, and we taught him Sagrada, and Sagrada about broke his brain. He was really he's a super smart kid, and he's like a political science engineering major. So I mean math, I mean he's a smart dude, and he was just like, I got to get a 5. I got to get a blue. I mean, he was just like, it was funny watching him. He's just struggling. He was taking these long turns. He's like, I'm sorry. I just want to make it perfect. And I'm like, it's not going to happen, man.
Yeah. You can't get everything on this one. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. We had a good time with that game. He wanted to play it over and over again too. We played it like 4 times when he was here because he wanted to figure out how to get the window completely full without making a mistake.
Yeah, awesome. All right, that is a good one. So that was Sagrada. So my number 2, which was actually tied with my number 3. I didn't realize this until I really looked at the number of times I played it. But this one, another filler, adjacent possibly. I played this game within 20 minutes. This one is Space Park.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one too. Kept that one.
Yeah, this is from. Oh, my screen is so small I can't even read who designed this one. And so we should be saying that, but we haven't been. We'll get up on that eventually. Anyway, Space Park. This is. You're moving around the board. What's the mechanisms on this one? You're moving around the board. You have cards in your hand. You're gaining resources. You are trying to play cards from your hand. First person to 20 points is the winner. The round will finish out, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner.
I guess you would call it what? Set collection, tableau building, maybe a tiny bit of area control because you got to block people out of spots and stuff.
Yeah, you can block people out of spaces. You have a little bit of control of moving like your spaceship forward X number of spaces with your fast passes if you wanted to do that. But this one is, you have 3 of the locations. The locations are shuffled every single time. 3 of the locations are 3 different types of gems that you would be collecting to pay for the cards that you'd be playing for the points. And then you have 2 spaces, 1 space where you can trade in a specific type of gem for a single victory point. You have another space where you can, which allows you to play your cards because you do have to be on that space to take that action to play your card. You can't just play it anytime. And then you have another space where you take control of this robot that you can place on another space. And when somebody takes that action, you gain a bonus from that, either a fast pass or a gem of your type. And then the last space would be where you actually are drafting your cards that you can take. This one, again, this is an easy teach. I've taught and played this within 30 minutes, and people that know how to play this at full player count, I can get through a game in 20 minutes easy. And it only takes a couple of minutes to set up. Small box game. Most people that I've shown this to, don't expect it to wow you, but this is a good filler in my opinion, because the cards that you play, sometimes they have ongoing effects. Sometimes they have instant bonuses or no bonuses and higher VEEPs. So my number 2 most played, and I've played this equal number of times, or at least that's what I've tracked with Silver and Gold, which is 23 times. Do you still own this one, Dan? I think you used to own it.
I used to, and I still do. Yeah, I kept Space Park. That's one of the games I really liked.
Yeah, easy one to get into and easy to take with you anywhere. So, all right, that was my number 2. That's how it works, people. We got to make this a call-in show, or at least I would like to. Phone number again is 564 333 9433. That's 564 333 9433. Call in, even if it's a game that you don't know if it, there you go, Dan. You can call in. Yeah, call me. Just call in with any game that you think you might have played the most and why, or maybe somebody else that you know that they played the most. They might have a favorite game that maybe you would want to mention. Who knows? Also, subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you know when we go live. Yeah, just poke it. Don't smash it, just poke it. All right, Dan. This is well, you're going in reverse, right? So this is your third most played game, or is this your most played game that you think?
Now, this one, if I had my way, it would be the number one most played game.
Okay.
But I haven't taught it to my wife yet. But every game day I go to,
yes,
I teach it, I play it. Every con I go to, I play it as many times. You know what's coming.
I know what's coming. And the funny thing is this is actually my most played game as well.
Yeah, that makes me very jealous. And that's Tyrants of the Underdark. That is
goddamn
hands down my favorite game. And I wish I would played it more. I'm getting my wife into more games that are more complex. We've been playing some other stuff recently that's not in the top 3, but I'm working my way towards Tyrants of the Underdark. Once I get those hooks in and get her to like it as much as I do, then it'll be number one most played for sure.
Yeah. Now this is
this is a highly underrated game. How many people have we shown this game to that never played it, or like, oh, I think I saw it once or I heard about it. And then as soon as they play it, they're on eBay, like, where can I find a copy?
Yeah.
Immediately. Or during the game, before it's even over, they're already looking to buy a copy.
When we went to Dice Tower West last year, I taught this. Well, I saw a table. They had it out and set up, and you can see them going through the rules. And I was like, I'm just going to teach these people how to play this game. I asked them. They absolutely said yes, explained it. After they played it, they said they loved it. We play this game every day at any con that we are at together. Like, this is our first game that we play every day.
And we get it set up, played, and back in the library in 45 to 50 minutes.
Yep.
Because we played it so much. We don't have to ask any questions. We just start playing.
We burn through the rounds very quick.
Yes.
Even last con, I taught this to a couple of people that I met at the con. I sat down and played with them. I played another game with them previously. And then I think this was after you left. You had to leave early last year at Dice Tower West.
Yes.
And both, I was playing with 3 other people, but 2 of the 3 were already looking this game up and buying it before they left the con. So that kind of tells you this is, well, go ahead. Go ahead and explain it, Dan. This is, give the mechanics. And
so you got a Dungeons and Dragons themed game, which I think was part of the reason, because I think this is back during early days of when WizKids took over, if I remember right. And I'm sure a lot of people just looked at it as another licensed product and really didn't pay any attention to it. I know that was the case with me. I looked at it and got it for the cafe, and then I played it and I was like, wait a minute, this is a really good game. What it is it's a deck builder. You're also deploying troops, as you can see on the board there. So you have area control, area majority. You're collecting victory points, you're buying cards. I mean, a deck builder is great. I love deck builders, but a deck builder with area control and fighting with these different armies, and it's very well balanced at every player count too, the way they have the board divided up. It plays just as good at 2, 3, or 4.
Yep, agreed.
And with the expansion decks, the 2 of them, you have 6 decks, and you're going to combine 2 of those 6 decks of your choice. And that's going to make the market deck. So you have 6 decks that you can mix however many different permutations there are there to make the game different each time. Plus, I have never had a game really play the same each time, because you never know what cards are going to come out in the market. So you have to kind of adjust your strategy. You can't just play, I'm going to do this right. game, because it's just not going to work out. I've played other deck builders where there's just a set formula. You have to get these certain characters, and if you get those, you're going to win. That doesn't work in this game.
Agreed. Yeah. This is my number one as well. So, spoiler alert. I have this down as 24 times that I've played this. I might have missed one or two in there somewhere, but that's where I'm at with this. And like you said, mixing two decks, and the decks play differently. Like some decks are more about destruction, some are more about placing and recalling spies. Some have synergy that play off of each other. Like if you played this type of card this hand and you play another one, then there's like extra synergy where you get a bonus from playing those cards. And again, it scales well. It plays great at 2, plays great at 4, just the same. And as soon as you were the one that actually taught it to me when you had the cafe, and I was looking for the original copy. Now, the original copy is like a long box. I don't think it was out for very long. And I think once the popularity gained way after it came out,
then they several years.
Yeah. Then they re-released it as a square box, like a normal size box, but that has good and bad. The original, the expansion decks were cut wrong, so they're like slightly off than the some other decks, and the backs aren't the same color. If you sleeve, it's not that big of a deal, but you get the nicer components where you get the little plastic stands for your troops and the spies, etc. On the newer one, the cards are all the same, and it comes with all the expansions, where the original one you had to buy all the expansions. But at least all the cards are the same color. They're all cut the same, but all your troops and units and everything else are little cardboard chits, which I have seriously considered buying the new version and making the best version, the best of both, and then tossing or reselling the old one, the one that doesn't have all the greatest components. But yeah, no, great choice, obviously.
Yeah.
So that was my number one as well. And speaking of cons, well, actually, we'll come back to that. Any honorable mentions? Games that when you first started thinking about this, maybe you're like, oh, I know this is going to be at the top of my list, or I know I played this a lot, but maybe when you really thought about it, it might have been your favorite game, but just wasn't played nearly as much.
Yeah. Now that I've been getting my wife into more complicated games, and it's always just been a factor of her time, because she has a pretty demanding job.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have time to really learn a lot of stuff, but she's making more time in the evenings now, trying not to work herself to death. So lately we've been playing a lot of games that I didn't think she'd be interested in. And two that come to mind that we play a lot, but not as much as the other ones, because we're fairly new to playing them together, is Rebirth and the Zombicide 2nd Edition.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hit on Rebirth, because that one's a good one.
Yeah, she really likes both of those, which was surprising. She was just asking me like a day or two ago when we got back from our trip that she wanted to play Zombicide again and get into the campaign. So awesome. I'm getting closer and closer to Tyrants of the Underdark.
What has she ever played a deck builder before in the past?
I think so, but it'd been a long time ago, and I don't remember. It was probably something like when she went to Dice Tower or something. We played like the DC deck builder or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good intro deck builder. Yeah, that's what got me into the hobby. Period. But
she really likes this, and this game is a really pretty game too, with the way the castles and the cathedrals are.
Good
those nice
presence.
Models. Yeah, it's really. And this is another one we taught to our foreign exchange student, Frank, when he was visiting, and he really liked this one too. He kicked our ass over and over again in this. He was so good at planning, where his farms and power plants and different things would go. He was so much better at it than us.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm glad I backed this one when it was going live, and I watched a couple of playthrough videos of it to make sure it was something that I thought would hit the table. And a typical Reiner Knizia game where you're getting onesie, twosie points throughout the entire game. You can chain off of your previous moves to build up your points per action that you're taking. And then you have like your final scoring, that you do at the end of the game. But I watched this and I was thinking, oh, you have two chits or two options in your hand to play. You're going to play one, and then you're going to, or no, you discard the one. You play the one in your hand, and then you draw it out of a bag, and that's what you're playing on the next go round.
Right.
So there's the only choice you have is where you're going to put it on the board, and even that gets limited by the type of token you have in your hand, the chit that you have in your hand. So I've taught this to a few people, and they love it. And again, the table presence on this, they got the colors really nice on this one.
Yeah.
And there's an easy, well, I don't know if you would call it a harder side to the board. There's two sides to the game board itself, and they play a little bit different from each other, which is good. This is this is a good one. I have not played this that many times, but
I'm sure we'll get a game of it in when we get to Dice Tower in Vegas.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let me see if I have I've got a lot of games that are like at the same number, but I guess I'll just say this one, Age of War, which is funny enough. This one was taught to me by Barry, of all people, and this was at a game, like a dice. Beans and Dice game day when we used to do those years ago at Armada, or when I was in Florida. Let's see here. This is a very simple game to teach. I think you'll know it when you see it. And this is where it's a dice chucker, and it's another Reiner Knizia game. And you are trying to...
Now I see it, yep.
You're trying to take over lands, and each area you need a specific, or maybe it's not lands. I always explain this game the wrong way as far as like what the components are. But each card, you're going to choose a card that you want to take over, and in the top right corner are symbols that are on the dice that you're going to be chucking, and you need to get those symbols. Sometimes it's a combination of swords, like X number of swords per throw at one time. And if there's a whole mechanism of how you can continue rolling. As long as one matches on that roll, you can keep going, or you lose a die, and then you can chuck the rest. So once you take over one of the areas, when it goes to the next person, they can either choose to try to take yours from you, which you would require the symbols in the top right, as well as an additional mask symbol in the top left corner. And if they do that, they snag it from you, or they can take from the middle, and all the cards are out in the middle, or they can take one of their own. The thing is each card has a point value, but once you get all of the cards within a specific color, then you flip them over, and it actually locks them in place, and usually you get a higher amount than what the total of all of those cards would have been. And then nobody can take those cards from you. So if you get a game going, you can get a lot of people trying to steal a card from you all the time instead of going to the middle, and then other people are grabbing from the middle. And once all the cards are gone from the middle of the table, then the game ends at that point. You count up your points. But many a time have I seen this game just get into two people going at each other back and forth and just ignoring what's going on in the middle of the table. And then the game ends and they have minimal points because they've been duking it out with each other the whole time. So... again, another easy one to teach. It can go a little bit long if you get a lot of back and forth and not, trying to get to the end of the game. But this is one that I like playing with my grandkids. They absolutely love this one.
And it's a really nice small box.
Yeah, it's your typical small box game, kind of like an all play box type size. All right. Well, that is all of my stuff, Dan. Once again, we had 4 people total in the chat at one point, and now we're
We
back down
did?
to our
I wasn't even looking at the number.
now we're down to our lonely selves again. So that, unless you have another, I know you mentioned Zombicide. Any other ones you want to mention? If not, no worries.
Well, along the lines of that, another one that we like to play a lot when we have big groups of people is something that's actually had a reprint come up finally. It's a horror themed game called Camp Grizzly. We like to play that one a lot, and that has been people's holy grail game forever because it had a Kickstarter, and then the company went out of business, and then they didn't sell the rights to reprint it for a long time, and copies of it were going for $500, $600, $700, $800, $900.
Crazy money, yeah.
And finally, a reprint came up, I think, last year, because that's the first time I actually backed something again in years to get the new version, because it's going to have like a double-sided board and some extra stuff. But that's one we've been playing forever. But it's hard to get it out because you have to have the right group of people, because it's a true Ameritrash game. You're just having a good time, just trying to get away from this killer, which is basically a stand-in for like Jason Voorhees, but licensing, so they couldn't do that.
Right.
But it's a good fun game. If you're into horror movies, you'll get all the little references in there. They don't like lay it out for you. You have to actually know certain movies and certain lines in movies, and you'll see it on the card and you'll be like, oh, okay, I see where that came from.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a good choice. You probably are looking to, no, you're going to keep your copy, right? Because I mean, the new one coming out is basically the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, I'm getting the new one, but I'm going to keep my original. I was lucky enough. I was one, I don't know how, I guess it was just luck of the draw, but I actually got my miniatures and everything from the first campaign, which are, and all of the expansions from the first campaign, which before this reprint, the expansions, which are like 15 cards each one,
right,
just cards, were going for like 80, 90,
Good
$120 for just 15 cards.
And people were paying it.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I remember I got this email from after the Kickstarter. It was like a couple months after the original Kickstarter. And the guy asked me, he's like, hey, do you want a prototype copy? And he sent me like the prototype cards with unfinished art and everything on them. And I still have all those too.
Very cool. That's pretty awesome. I'd like to see that when I get to your place next time.
Sure.
All right. Well, that concludes the topic of the night, which was your most played game, or that one game you've played most and why. I'll get that down eventually. There's still time to call in, people. Let's make this a call-in show. 564-333-9433. The phone line is open. Please call anytime you want. On to the next segment, which is we're going to Dice Tower West 2026, which is going to be going on. I do my noise over here, but I don't know how loud it is. I don't want to blow anybody's ears out that are listening. I'll have to fine tune that. But anyway, we are going to be flying in on the 10th, and you're staying the whole time this year, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm leaving, I think like 10 or 11 in the morning on Monday,
the 16th.
I think so. Hold on. I checked my schedule here, but yeah, I think that's it. Cause I'm going from there to Nashville. Yeah. I'm flying out on Monday morning. Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah. So we're going to be there from the day before to the day after.
Yep.
And for the first time, we have another Beans and Dice member that is going to be going with us. Nick is going. I can hardly wait. Hopefully we don't get a room where there's a window into the bathroom like we did.
What do you mean? Hopefully we don't. Who doesn't want a shower mirror or a shower window?
Yeah, that was thankfully those aren't at the Westgate. Those were
Oh, that was at the other
Rio.
one.
It was
Oh,
the
yeah.
Rio. Man, that was.
Isn't that where they messed up our room like 3 times too?
Jesus, we went up and down that freaking
Yeah.
elevator 4 times before we got in the right room.
That's right.
But anyway, that's a story for another time where they had like a little window right into the shower from the bedroom area.
I'll find the pictures. We took pictures of it. I'll find the pictures, and after we go to Dice Tower West, when we're talking about it, we'll put them up on the screen so people can see it.
Awesome. Yeah. So we're gonna be there from the 10th to the 16th. Let's try and talk to people there and film it. What are your thoughts on that? Like in between games, we might run around and we might have a topic of the day, and I'll just throw a microphone in random people's faces. It could be fun. Who knows?
All you need is a cell phone and a mic. I mean, we're good.
And we're set. We got that. No need for special cameras or whatever, but we might do a special episode on that. We'll just, post a video or something. But any specific games that you're looking to play while we're there other than Tyrants of the Underdark? That's a given. Anything from the hot table section?
You're just gonna take my answer and just right away from me. I was gonna say Tyrants of the Underdark, but then you're just like anything but that, Dan. To tell you the truth, I don't even know what's in the hot game section.
Yeah, I don't either.
I go to Dice Tower East, West. I've gone to Escape Winter a few times, and every time people ask me, what are you going to play? I was like, I don't know. I just show up and just do stuff. I don't pre-plan anything, which is my entire life for the most part. But yeah, same thing at the cons. I just get there and I'm like, okay, let's just figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you. There might be a couple of games. Like I would like to play Speakeasy. I don't know if, if there happens to be a table where somebody needs extra players, I would love to play that, learn that one. One that have you played Endeavor Deep Sea?
No.
Oh, Dan.
I liked Endeavor, but I haven't played that yet.
Endeavor
yes,
Deep
Age of
Sea,
Sail, yeah.
Yeah. I backed the last Kickstarter, or the last Game Found thing that they did. They did an expansion for it, which is basically more of the same for the most part, more missions. Each one has, like, you pick your mission and it plays into the game a little bit. Not that it's co-op, but you're filling in and getting points on the mission board itself as well as your own stuff. But, oh, Dan, I think this would be a game that I could see you buying and adding to your collection. I know you're not looking to do that, but this one, I could definitely see you doing that. I hope that we can get it, find it in the library and get it played, checked out. I know I think Nick has played it before. If he hasn't, I know it would be a game that he would like as well. But
no, I'll give it a try because I like the other one. It's one of the games that I got rid of, not because it was a bad game. It's a much more enjoyable game at a high player count. The other one, and it goes so fast, even at a high player count. It's a great, if you want to play a 5-player game and get it done in under an hour, that game will do it for you.
Yeah, if everybody knows what they're doing, definitely you could get it done that quick.
It teaches that hard anyway, so.
No, it's not hard, but first time around, you might think about your moves a little bit more, but
it can be a little overwhelming looking at the map, trying to figure out where you're going to go if you're new to it. Yeah.
Yeah. This one also has like a true solo mode. You can go through all the missions solo as well. Plays really well at 2, etc. So anyway, those were the 2 main games that I would like to play, and then our usuals. It tends to be like we just play. I would say mostly we play games that we're comfortable with, that we know how to play. And
I mean, a couple of the games we just went over tonight will probably be ones that we played. Tyrants, we'll probably get a game of Rebirth in, and
yep.
We probably end up getting back to, I'm drawing a blank now. What's the game with it's kind of humorous with the different planets and the little robot that helps you out?
Unsettled.
unsettled. We'll probably play another planet on that, or continue on the planet, because we did the first one on the one where you get all up in the atmosphere and stuff. So
yeah, I would definitely like to get that played again. And then with the third person, if Nick would want to join in on that one, I would like to get that going. So, all right. I think that's going to be the show. Unless you have anything else to add, I am going to look and see what our next topic is going to be.
No, I'm really looking forward to 3 weeks going back to Vegas. I mean, not only the board games, but I also go and do other stuff while I'm there. Plus, I mean, you know, we gotta hit the Wheel of Fortune slot machine so we can win some money again.
Oh yeah, that if I can hit another big one like I did big, you know, a couple grand, that'd be nice.
Paid for the trip.
It paid for this trip coming up too.
There we go. So it was worth it.
Yep.
Got to feed the machine.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we got one extra person in the chat. Listen, if you are looking to make this a call-in show, which we're looking to make it a call-in show, call in 564-333-9433. Give us a call. Tell us what that one game you've played the most is and why. Let's do this. And I'm going to look for our next topic. Let's go into an ownership type topic. And, okay, here's a good one. How about this one? That one game you sold and regretted immediately.
Yeah, let's do that one, because I think I can come up with at least one or two there that I did that and then I repurchased them later on in life. So yeah.
I've only done that once, and I still have the game that I repurchased, which is kind of amazing, but I definitely have a few in mind that would be on this list. So.
Yeah, that's a good one. Let's go with that. Let's do that next week.
All right,
or
cool.
in 2 weeks, I mean.
In 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, let me make sure on the date here.
That's the week. That's the week before we fly.
Yeah, it'll be on the 3rd. So we're already into March. Holy crap. So March 3rd, topic is going to be that one game you sold and regretted immediately. And this is going to be the end of the show. What do you think, Dan?
I mean, let's see. What's it say on screen? It says started streaming 52 minutes ago. Damn, we talked that long again.
All right. Oh, now we have 4 people in the chat, Dan.
What's up?
I feel bad about ending it. You've got about 30 seconds before I'm going to call it. And when I say 30, I really mean about 10. So, and I took the phone number off the line anyway. So with that being said, this was the One Mic, One Game podcast call-in show. I'm Mike.
I'm Dan.
And we will see you next time, March 3rd.
Like, subscribe, share, click the bell, do all that good stuff.
Do all those things. Leave a thumbs down and tell us why. I don't care. Just leave a message. And we'll talk to you later.
Bye, everybody.